And we're here. We're going to talk about this Drake album, or shall I say, these Drake albums. What y'all think, man? I was reading some of the comments that I already saw coming in. It seems that a lot of people dislike Drake, but it's different. It's what I see on my YouTube and what I see on other social media apps are different. And I'm about to jump in and stream on a few other social media apps in just a moment. I know that I said that we were going to start a little while ago, but here we are and we're starting now. And it is still May 15th on the East Coast, Drake's release date. Let's give it up for Drake, man, that he finally made it happen. I gotta say, man, I was talking to one of my homies about this album. Well, technically he dropped 3 albums, right? And I'm still trying to make sure I pronounce this right. How did he spell it, or how does he pronounce it? I should say the Arabic term translates to my love. I should pull this up on the screen. Give me a moment. Yeah, let me pull this up. A casual Arabic term of endearment that translates to my love, my dear, my darling. Yo, what do y'all think, man? Everybody's talking about this. And you know what's funny is that right before I jumped on this stream, I was trying to listen to what everybody else was saying about this album. And maybe I jumped in at the wrong time, but they were not talking about the album, or they were not speaking on hip hop. They were talking about some other craziness, which Ebro, again, and the people that used to be on Hot 97, Laura Rosenberg, they weren't talking about nothing. I'm trying to hear what their takes are on this Drake album. But don't worry, I'm going to give you mine. And I'll say, starting off real quick, well, first off, I want to make sure that I'm pronouncing this correctly. It's so great that you can find every word on YouTube to know how it's being pronounced. And I'm not going to be trying to jump all around here, but just like right now, see, look, we already got an ad playing. Hold on. While we let that play. Sorry, I don't have yet premium like Justin Bieber, but we will work on that to get that for you guys. That album I thought was okay, but I understand what Drake is doing here. It seems like to me that Drake has an album for everyone. He has an album for those of us that want to hear the raps, and then those of us that want to hear the dance music. And he knows that everybody's like, yo, Drake, I want this from you. I want that from you. And he probably is just like, all right, man, I got everybody asking me to do this type of music and that type of music. So you know what I'm going to do? Here's an album for all of y'all. He got the album for the club, for like when you want to get your freak on, you want to dance. He got them dance clappers. Songs like the what was the one that he did on the Party Next Door? Is it Keisha? Is it Daphne? Is it Keith? You know what I'm saying? You know what song I'm talking about. What the fuck the function? Yeah, that song, he got a whole vibe of that. And then he got the whole sensual love-making songs, to where if you're with your woman, you're with your female, and you want to just get it on, you want to just get the party started, just you and her, he got them songs. That's on this one right here, however this is pronounced. Let me see. How's it pronounced?
Love, essentially. Habibi, it's a feminine form.
Habibi?
Meaning beloved. Habibi.
Wow, so the T is silent. Habibi. Okay. So good to know that that's what this means, which makes sense. This definitely was the album I felt that was more for, yes, your love or sensual, sexual, all that, right? But I felt that the other albums that he drops, we're going to go through this, and he also dropped the whole single. The other albums that he drops, Maid of Honor, I think it is, and then there's another one that I forgot what it was called. Those two albums were okay, but the Iceman, I will go back to this one right here. The Iceman, I gotta say fire, in my personal opinion. I feel like Drake took it back, man. I feel like he took it back to where he used to be, to where, nothing was the same, somewhat a little bit of Take Care, Thank Me Later, those types of albums. And you can see I'm naming these albums, so that lets you know I'm a Drake fan. But I've also been listening to Drake before he got famous. I've been listening to Drake before he got famous. So, I go back to like the mixtapes, Comeback Season, So Far Gone. So it's not surprising to me to see this. But now that I see this, I'm like, oh man, he's actually coming with it. He's actually rapping. Let's hear what some people in the community have to say about this album. I was going through Twitter. Hopefully some of these I can play without getting the copyright. Glasses Malone, who's a homeboy of Kendrick Lamar, his take was wild to me. But I'll let you guys hear for yourselves, and you tell me what y'all think.
He used to draw early critique cuz for like complaining about girls that broke his heart. Now it's just niggas that broke his heart. Like cuz went from complaining about girls who broke his heart, that was the whole beginning of his career, to now the niggas that broke his heart.
That's a fact.
And
no, it's not a fact.
I don't think he's thinking. You know what I mean? Like, cuz it's like, and you get this big blaze when it initially starts, because people tripping. They like, Glasses, how you can't listen to this album? And I'm like, bro, like, even as a pop artist, he's past his window, right? Like, pop artists only last so long because it's such a current thing. Like, he got a great run for a pop artist. He got a fantastic run for
Was longer than Britney Spears? Was longer than Britney Spears?
Hell yeah, cuz got a great run. Cuz he got a great run as a pop artist. But eventually, cuz what you...
I gotta say, man, I'm from the West Coast too. Just like Glasses here. And I gotta say, man, I think that this is one of the worst takes that I've ever heard. It's one of the worst takes that I've ever heard. This take right here, I have to say, man, with all due respect, this take right here is stupid. It's stupid to me. And you could ride with Kendrick because Kendrick Dot is your homie, and I get it. He's one of my favorite rappers too. But I gotta say though, man, let's give credit where credit is due. And that this album is, well, the Iceman album. The other two albums, I feel like were, whatever. But I get it. I understand why he did that, because he did that because he knows that all of us out here are saying, I want this type of Drake. Well, I like the rapping Drake. Well, I like the singing Drake. I like Drake with the melodies. You know, the women like Drake when he's singing and he's doing the I Need a One Dance, Rihanna, whatever, you know, they all want that. And then there's those of us that are into hip hop, and we want to hear Drake rap. We want to hear Drizzy rap. Because he can rap. He can rap. So it's like, oh, we want to hear Drizzy rap. That's what we want. He could definitely rap, man. But I get it. Some people are just like, I just want to hear him sing. I want to dance. I want to dance. I understand that's what a lot of women are saying. They want to dance. So Drake had to make music for the ladies, as he usually does. But this time, the difference was, and possibly because of the battle, this time he said, oh, but you know what? I also got to drop some lyrics. I got to drop some lyrics now. I'm going to drop some lyrics because I know that the lyricists, they want to hear that. And Kendrick was dropping lyrics and he won a lot of Grammys and did a lot of things. Not to mention, got the whole label, including the president and the chairman of Universal Music, to back him on this. Big deal. You know what I'm saying? This is a big deal. So, therefore, Drake said, okay, I need to do an album where I'm dropping lyrics. But as I mentioned, also do something for the females. We get it. We get it. So, yeah, man. I have to say, this take, I'm actually disappointed in this take that he did.
Doing now is you frozen in time because you don't really know how to
disagree.
It's different when you use culture in this way, not the ability to rap, but the perspective. Like, he lacks perspective.
What?
Does that make sense?
You
No,
think
it
he's trying to
doesn't.
present culture in this Iceman album?
I mean, no, because like I think there's elements from listening to people talk about it because I didn't listen to the album, but I think he's trying to
hold on.
kind of
I wanted to try
endear
to
himself to Toronto a little bit more street.
I wanted to try to play some other things, but here, hold on. I'm gonna show you guys what's going on. I guess we can close that out. I guess we figured out how to pronounce the name, right? There's some other things. I mean, do we also know that this glove that Drake is wearing in the cover of the album? I mean, we on that Michael Jackson time right now. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm about to jump on the other stream in a minute. It's just that when I jump on that stream, I got too many people trying to call in and talk. But I know that some of y'all might want to hear what other people got to say. And I think that this is a perfect time to take calls. But I want to make sure that I'm not doing too much of that because some people were actually getting annoyed by that. They were just like, you're just talking to all these other people. And I get it. It starts to feel like a phone call conversation where you actually want to just hear my opinions. So I thank you on that. And let me make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. And shout out, man. Hit my Cashapp and my PayPal. That's at beatGrade, BEATGRADE. Like a music beat and like you grade a paper in school. $ beatGrade. Cashapp. I actually have an album that I'm working on right now, a production album. So it helps if any of y'all can make any donations, man. That goes a long way. I really appreciate it. All right. While I load this up, let me see. And did y'all see some of the videos that Drake was dropping, by the way? The videos that he was dropping, fantastic, man. Fantastic. Like, I can't play it because it's going to get flagged by YouTube, but
Where she at? Yeah, where she at? Yo, baby, mom ain't even post a single.
okay. This is one of my favorite ones, man. This is one of my favorite ones right here. I got to say, man, Drake is definitely bringing it back with this, man. I mean, he's rapping. He's rapping. He's not just out here just like doing some little stuff here and there. He's actually rapping. And I'm not mad at this, man. I got to call one of my homies up who I know is like one of the ultimate Drake fans. As a matter of fact, he's the one who told me about Drake before Drake was famous. And he said, yo, this guy Drake, he said, look out for him. He's going to be famous. And I was like, okay. You know, I trusted his opinion on rapping. because me and him did some songs together and stuff like that. So, you know, when I got people that I work with that I value their opinion, when they tell me certain things, I listen. And I remember my boy, shout out Gray in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Shout you out. He told me when Drake had dropped So Far Gone, the mixtape, right? He said, yo, this dude right here, his name is Drake. You got to check this out. I think he's going to be famous. As a matter of fact, he didn't tell me that he thinks he's going to be famous. He said he is going to be famous. And I said, oh, okay, I'm gonna check it out. And I listened to it. And I was like, yeah, man, he got some dope tracks on there. Like we were saying on the other stream the other day. The best I ever had, you the effing best I ever had. Yo, that's one of my favorite Drake songs. I think that's a lot of our favorite Drake songs, right? Or Drake song. I mean, that's the song that kind of made him famous, right? Yo, right here, this picture that you see right here with Drake throwing up the whatever that is, the Illuminati. Yo, that's Michael Jackson's glove that he's rocking right there. He just posted this up on IG. So I'm just letting you know, his rollout, brilliant. But Kendrick Lamar's rollouts are brilliant too. I'm really happy to say and excited to say that we are learning from some of the best rappers as far as marketing goes. Now, I think Biggie and Pac and a lot of those rappers, they were great rappers, you know? But as far as the marketing goes, I think that they had a marketing team that was really like, okay, this is how we're going to do it, and this is how we're going to do your rollout. Now, I'm not saying that Kendrick and Drake don't possibly have that either. But what I will say is that the way they're rolling this out, like I gotta say, Drake has done a video for pretty much every song right now on YouTube. Like, we would have to take time to look it up right now. We would have to take time. There's no way that we can put all this together just by today and say, okay, I've analyzed all 3 albums and this is what he's saying on all 3 albums. No, we're going to have to sit with this for the weekend. For the weekend. He didn't just give us one album to listen to because he knew you're going to probably listen to the one album and you're going to dissect that or do whatever it is that you do with that. But hey, guess what? I dropped 2 other albums along with that one. So a total of 3. Now you're going to have to sit back and you're going to have to meditate throughout the whole weekend. You're going to have to listen to every single song. Oh, and on top of that, guess what? I'm going to drop a video for every song. Or all the main ones. Yo, Drake gave us a lot of homework to do. He gave, and I know why he's doing this. It's not just for us listeners. He did this for the podcasters. Because he knows that everybody's going to want to talk about it. Everybody's going to want to speak about it, which is what we are doing right now. But he knows that we're all going to have to, like, we could talk about it. We're going to, you know, everybody's going to talk about it right now, right? Like, Academics is going crazy. Him and Rory and Maul, you know, they're over there creaming over this, man. I've never seen such harder meat riders. Can I play the clip where Maul is meat riding Drake so hard that I almost can't even believe it? Oh, and let's not forget, I'm glad I have this saved in my notes. Let's not forget that the White House also posted Drake's album cover in their own version, in their own AI version. It's going crazy right now, man. It's going a little crazy right now. Let me see. Let me pull it up real quick. Yo, this dude screamed like a groupie. Like a straight up groupie so much that I couldn't even believe. This is Maul from the Rory and Maul show. He got to go to the Drake record release party in Toronto. At the Tower, right? Yeah! They were kicking at the Tower. That's a grown man screaming for another grown man, y'all. Oh, yo, the six, yo. That's another grown man. That's another grown man screaming for a grown man on his cell phone. Like, look, I like Drake, man. I think Drake is dope. But, yo, do me a favor, y'all. If you ever see me at a party with Drake, and if I'm filming him on my phone screaming, please come tell me that, hey, I thought you said that you wasn't about that. I mean, I'll give respect where respect is due, okay? I will give respect where respect is due. But please, like, this is crazy, man. Another man yelling for another man, screaming on the phone like that and filming him like, yeah. I mean, I get it. He just dropped the album. So you hyped for your boy. And you've been riding with Drake all the time. You've been riding with Drake so delusional that I can't even believe that Complex gave y'all top 10 hip-hop media journalism. I can't even believe it. But I understand. This is politics. That's why they call it politricks. I understand that. But I got to say, though, that there were times where Maul should have said, oh, Drake is one of his favorite rappers, apparently, of course, or obviously, I should say. But also, like I said earlier, we have to give respect where respect is due. And obviously, Kendrick had won that battle. You should not be out here saying that Kendrick did not win that battle. Or that Drake, like, you were one of the OVO hoes that went out there and put that message out there. You put that message out there, man. And you made everybody think that there's a possibility that Drake won that battle. This is why we had people in the Twitter feeds, or social media, shall I say, that were saying, oh, well, Kendrick lost that battle. Now, I understand some of it was rage bait, but still, I think that there were a few people out there that possibly believe that. Yo, we about to jump on the other stream in a minute. Let me just make sure I can play some of this. Crazy, man. Crazy that you got another dude meat riding like that, though. Like, that's just yeah. That's cool. They got the fireworks, though. I think what's going on inside there is more exciting than what's going on with the fireworks, but I get it. A lot of dudes up in there, but that's cool, though. Yo, we gonna jump to this in just a moment. I don't even know if I even want to cover this, man. I don't even know if I even want to cover this, but there's a part where the government, I was gonna say the secret societies, but the government posted this. They posted about Drake. I couldn't believe it. I'll probably cover it in part 2 of this segment. For those of you that are still tuned in, that'll be the special episode. Did y'all see, by the way, Scottie Pippen posted this? You know, Scottie Pippen, who played with the Bulls next to Michael Jordan. He tweeted this: the 6 rings on his fingers, 6 championships in homage to the Drake. Yo, that's dope. That's dope, man. I grew up watching Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, so I was happy to see Scottie Pippen tweet this. That right there was tight. Like, the way he flipped that. Genius. Woo! All right, moving on. Let me let one of these stupid takes play, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Hold on. I wanted to grab something because I know if we play the music, it's gonna get flagged. It's gonna get flagged, unfortunately, if we play the music. So I'm gonna have to play you some takes that people had, and we'll see what people think. And it's going to be really interesting, as I just saw pop up in my notes. It's going to be really interesting to see what Budden and all of them have to say about this album.
This is how you can't listen to this album. And I'm like,
all right, give me a second, y'all. I'll be
even
right there with
as
you.
a pop artist, he's past his window, right? Like pop artists only last so long because it's such a current thing. Like he got a great run.
I disagree. Drake is not a pop artist, by the way.
He got a fantastic run for
Was
a
longer than
pop
Britney
artist.
Spears? Was longer than Britney Spears?
Hell yeah, Cuz got a great run. Cuz he got a great run as a pop artist. But eventually, cuz what you doing now is you frozen in time because you don't really know how to. It's different when you use culture in this way, not the ability to rap, but the perspective. Like he lacks perspective. Does that make sense?
You think he's trying to present culture in this Iceman album?
I mean, I no, because like I think there's elements from listening to people talk about it because I didn't listen to the album, but I think he's trying to kind of endear himself to Toronto a little bit more street urban culture, but really, truthfully, he don't really like niggas like that. He don't like black people like that. And I know that sounds crazy, and it feels like Lex is gonna feel like it's a reach, and people gonna clip this, and they gonna feel like it's a reach, bro. But he don't really like black people the way people think. Like, and I get it because his dad's a brother from Memphis.
That don't mean nothing.
You know what I mean? But I think he has a problem with black folk in a weird way. And, you know, who knows why? It's probably some stuff, but.
You think he felt like he was never really accepted by black people like that?
I don't even think it mattered as first. I don't think that was the important part. Like, I would love to figure out a way to blame us for it, but truth is, it's like when niggas lust a girl. Like, he lusts the culture. He don't love it, he lusts it. Like he lusts the girls, the sisters that was in the strip club that he felt wouldn't have never gave him no play.
Yeah, but he seems like a kid that grew up never telling the truth and giving you the longest story possible and the greatest version. Like, you know, he seems
I don't
like
even
that.
know. I don't even know if that's necessarily Cuz's perspective. I think he lusts this shit. I think a lot of people lust the culture.
Yeah.
And I think what happens is it's like a girl if you lust her. Right? If you don't really love her, like if you love her, you tend to want to know the things that make her tick. It'll make you have these different kind of feelings. You'll have a depth to what's happening. For him, it's a lust. Like it's something that he saw that wasn't him. He wasn't a part of it. And then he knew he could be because his father is who his father is, but he kind of looked at it, and I don't think he really get it. Like I'm willing to bet, and I think even now, right, like when people are looking at it, right, and it's like, I think people feel like I should feel vindicated. Like I think me and Elle was talking about that. She feels like I should feel vindicated, and I'm like, well, it wasn't about him. It was about protecting something for the future of street urban culture. It wasn't really about getting him out the way as much as it was clearing the lane for the genuine article. But I genuinely think he's frozen in time, bro. Like he keeps reliving this shit over and over and over and over again. So every song is this nigga broke my heart. This nigga broke my heart. And no lie, cuz either Wednesday afternoon or Thursday morning, I came to a few conclusions. Right? I'm listening to people try to gather themselves to talk shit to me because he released an album. right? Which is weird to me. And I'm
was.
talking to L about the same thing because L's like, people gonna want to hear your opinion on the music, and I'm like, why would they want to hear my opinion? If you're a fan of somebody, why do you want to hear my opinion on their music? Like I told everybody, because I wasn't gonna listen to the music. It's not because I have a problem with him. I just don't think he's an interesting artist.
For some strange reason,
Yo.
people was feeling like they
Yo,
kept hitting me up like,
yo. Hold on. Yeah, and I'm glad they stopped it right there. Hold on for a second, y'all. Hold up. Oh, I'm so glad that they stopped it right there, because I was trying to stop it myself, and I was about to. I was listening to what they were saying, and I think that that's one of the weakest takes that I've ever heard in hip-hop culture, and that Glasses Malone just lost some respect for me, you know? I feel like in some ways, like I respected some of his takes, but just off of what he said right here, I feel was trash, man. Like, hold on, yo. Yeah, I think it was trash what he said, man. Wait, I'm a log back into this other clip real quick that we had that he was saying. I just want to make sure you guys can hear it okay. Yeah, man. That take is one of the worst takes that I've ever heard in hip hop. To me, he almost sounds like a bitter rapper. He sounds like a rapper who just never made it. Like he's upset that maybe he didn't become more famous, and he's rocking with K-Dot because he's from LA and he made it out the hood and he's doing the thing and whatever, right? But to me, I feel like, nah, man, you sound jealous, man. You sound jealous. And then how are you gonna talk about a rap album when you haven't even listened to it? Like, I feel like, especially as a hip hop head, like if you say that you're a fan of the art, and I see what you're saying about how, okay, he's not really that interesting of an artist to you. I understand. There's some rappers that are not that interesting to me too. Or either, shall I say. But I also feel that, let's be real here. And I said this on TMZ, called this already a few years ago on television. But let me say right here, man. And can we get a couple likes coming in too, man? Because the likes help the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to get some likes coming in here, so we can get the algorithm going. This is what helps. Lokes 75. If I just saw your comment come in right now, you say he's a cornball for that glove flex. Yeah, it's pretty interesting for the glove flex. And I just want to say real quick before I forget the train of thought, which I won't, but I'm just going to say real quick, that he should, or Glasses Malone should have listened to the album first before he went on to talk the trash that he talked. If he would have listened to the album first, I would have had more respect for him. But the fact that he did not listen to the album, and he's just going to go up here and talk trash and then say, well, he's stuck in this time, but, you know, whatever, he's a pop star, and I'm not going to listen to the album because I don't find him interesting. Nah, dude, you just contradicted yourself. Technically, you're stuck in time. Because if you feel like you can't listen to an artist to feel like maybe they can grow or maybe they can turn into something else, you're stuck in time. I thought that was interesting that he said that. And like I said earlier, how can you really consider yourself... Hold on, my bad. Fix this wire real quick. How can you consider yourself really a fan of the culture if you don't even go and listen to what other rappers are putting out? Lokes 75, I'm going to speak on what you said. You said he's a cornball for the glove flex. So I'm assuming that you don't like the fact that he bought the Michael Jackson glove, right? That's what we're going to speak on right now. I'm about to jump on that topic right now. You're right. Let's jump on that topic right now. Hold on. All right, so what are the thoughts? Let's see. We're gonna jump on. We're gonna jump online. Maybe I'll take a few calls in just a moment. You know what I'm saying? Take a few calls in just a moment. But yes, the glove. Let's speak on the glove. Perfect. All right, here we go. And sorry if there's a little feedback here and there. But let's speak on the glove. One person had said to me that they don't like the fact that he flexed the glove. Now, it's reported that Drake bought the glove that you see right here in the image right here. And now we're streaming right here. It's reported that Drake bought the glove for $125K. That's $125,000. Now, not sure if that's completely true. You know what I'm saying? But supposedly, that's what they're saying. They're saying that that's how much he bought the glove for. The glove that Michael Jackson actually wore. And isn't this interesting that it's at a time, okay, people? And hopefully you can hear me okay. It's at a time where the Michael Jackson movie just came out. Okay, the movie had just come out. And like I said, let's get the likes going right here so we can get more people up in here. Let's get the algorithm going. I need to get the likes coming in. Let's get the likes. Let's get the likes up. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, everybody. Let's get the likes coming in. It gets more people coming in. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to speak some realness right here. Yo, you see the head right here. The Drake album. What did y'all think of it? Good or bad? But right now, I'm going to speak to one of the comments that came in on the YouTube, Lokes75, where he says, for those of you that are just tuning in, he says, Drake is a cornball for that glove flex. The Michael Jackson glove is because, you know, this is actually the Michael Jackson glove that he's wearing in the picture. It's not like he's just rocking a Michael Jackson glove for the picture or for the album cover. This is actually the Michael Jackson glove that he paid over $100K for. Okay? And if we can get the likes coming in, let's get the likes going right here on TikTok. Let's get the likes. It helps get the algorithm. If you guys can give the likes so we can get more people into the stream, we're going to get it going. I'm going to get this going right here. We're going to talk about the Drake album. We're going to talk about all three of the Drake albums. I'm going to talk to you about all three of the Drake albums. But like I said, I need to get the likes up so we can make sure that people are coming in. I've actually been streaming for a little while now, but now I feel like I'm getting into it now. Now I feel like I'm rolling now. Like we're about to roll now. I was already streaming for an hour before I jumped on the talk. You know, that's what I like to call it. I like to call it the talk. Yo, if you guys can give some likes, those of you that are jumping in, even if you jump out and you don't want to watch it, if you can give some likes, that'll be great so we can get the algorithm going. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's get some likes going. Let's get some likes going. I appreciate y'all. All right, here we go. All right. Yo, you see the top part right here. I don't know if you can see the Drake album, good or bad. That's what I'm talking about right here. Thank you for the likes coming in. Egypt Thompson, thank you for the likes. I appreciate you, fam. Blue Storm 4, thank you. I appreciate the likes. That's what I'm saying. We're about to get it going. I'm about to speak on the realness right here. We talking about the Drake album, all 3 albums. But yes, thank you. And I've been to Egypt too, just to let you know. I've been to the pyramids. I love the pyramids. But thank you. Thank you for the likes coming in. I appreciate y'all, man. So I guess I can go ahead and start now. I need some likes coming in on the YouTube. What's up with YouTube? What's up? Where you at, man? We had already almost 1,000 likes. I mean, I know some of the same people are liking, but I appreciate you, man. It helps get the algorithm going. Thank you, fam. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So y'all want to hear me kick some knowledge right now? Let me kick some knowledge, because you know what? A lot of the people who are on the radio and who do, and thank you again, Egypt Thompson. I appreciate you. Shout out Egypt. Those people who speak in the media and who speak about these things, they don't tell the truth, man. Yo, I'm about to bring this to y'all like a Joe Rogan episode. If those of y'all that know Joe Rogan, yo, I'm like a Joe Rogan when he was first coming up, like when he was in his prime. That's where we are right now, beatGrade. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you donate, because like I said, I need to raise $100 on this stream, or at least in the next few streams, to support my rent and my album. So anything helps. Even $1 helps. Just to let you guys know. Here's my PayPal and my Cashapp for those of you that are watching on YouTube. But it's beatGrade all around. Thank you for the likes coming in. We hit over 1,000 likes on the TikTok stream, just like that. Man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, fam. Thank you. When you support like that, I consider you fam. So thank you. So let me answer one of the questions about Lowe's 75. You said he, as in Drake, is a cornball for the Michael Jackson glove flex. I'm going to tell you, man, in some ways, I agree with you. I agree with what he was saying. This glove right here that you see in the picture right here is actually Michael Jackson's glove. Thank you, Nick 3 Boy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for the likes, man. What do y'all think, man? What's your thoughts of this album? I'd like to know what you guys' thoughts are. And maybe I'll have some of y'all jump in and tell me what you guys think. But like, I'm going to tell you right now, man, my thoughts originally is that Iceman is a great album. Drake released 3 albums right now, if I'm not mistaken, right? He released 3 albums. Out of the 3 albums that he released, right? What was the other one? I mean, I know that we had tried to say it earlier today, but I didn't want to butcher it. I don't want to butcher it. So I'll listen to it one more time. Yeah. Whatever the song was that Drake had put up, and that's one of my favorite pictures right there of those Chicago Bulls with the 99.
This word meaning love essentially in Arabic. Habibi.
Habibi. Woo! Habibi. Habibi. So the Habibi, Maid of Honor, and Iceman. I have to say, all 3 of these albums were dope. But like I have right here, I know it's kind of hard to see because we have all the words and the wording. Drake albums, good or bad? What do you guys think? I want to know what some of your thoughts are. I want to know what your thoughts are. But I'm going to say this, man. Drake picked the timing to put the album out on purpose. This was not done by just, coincidence. He probably knew that this was the time that Michael Jackson was going to be hot because the biopic came out. The movie had came out. And who would have thought that Drake was going to play this hard on it? I wish I could switch the picture to show you. There's a picture of him throwing up, this symbol with the glove on. I have it on the YouTube right now because I have the screenshots on the YouTube. It's kind of hard to switch it on the TikTok mobile app, but at least you guys can see it right there. And thank you again for the likes that have come in. I really appreciate y'all. So my point is this, man. This is not just a glove that he's wearing. Applehead says, why is he copying Michael Jackson? Good point. Well, I think that Drake tries to act like he's Michael Jackson, or a lot of people have tried to compare him to Michael Jackson. I mean, it's actually funny how some people actually say that he's doing pop music and then act like he's the king of pop. I'm not really sure if he's really the king of pop, or is he doing pop music? That's what I really want to say. I mean, we already know he's not the king of pop. I think that's what the movie, the Michael biopic picture basically portrayed, was that Michael Jackson is the king of pop. Michael Jackson is the king of pop. So for people to say that Drake is doing pop music, I don't know. I don't know if he's really doing pop music. Addy says he want to be Michael so bad. I agree with you. I think everybody wants to be Michael Jackson. I think Kanye West. I think Drake. I think Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar wore a glove too. Let's not forget. Deja says they're saying he dropped 3 albums. I don't see 3 albums. Yeah, he did. It's the HABIBTI and the Maid of Honor. They're all on Spotify now as we speak. Deja. Is that like Deja Vu? That's a pretty dope name. I've been seeing Deja Vu a lot too before. Yeah, he dropped all 3 albums. You might want to check Spotify, but it's probably up everywhere now. Apple Music too. Macaroni Stack says, bro, he disrespecting the culture with that corny. I don't want to curse because, I don't want to get the video flag. Okay, cool. Like Deja Vu. That's a dope name. I like that. Hopefully you guys like and subscribe because like I said, man, I'm going on here all the time early. I wanted to go a little earlier, but I wanted to stream on a few other apps first because I know sometimes people just want to jump in and hijack. But I'm gonna talk about it, man. Yeah, Deja Vu. Dope name. I love it. Yo, let me say this, man. There's a lot of artists out there that want to be like Michael Jackson. Macaroni Stacks, could you please elaborate on what you mean by he's trying to disrespect the culture? Shout out Lady in Butterfly. Yo, and I'm going to say this real quick, man. There was a few people that I heard online. I don't know if you guys heard it that were just tuning in right now on TikTok. But there was a few people online who had basically said that they were not going to listen to the album, but Drake is stuck in this certain time. It's like, yo, man, first of all, if you call yourself a hip-hop lover, and the reason why I'm looking over here is because I'm streaming on YouTube as well, and I'm also streaming on TikTok. So I'm streaming on 2 different channels at the same time. I want to multitask, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking over here. It's because I'm on YouTube as well. Shout out Lady in Butterflies. I appreciate you. Shout you out. Yo, I'm going to tell you like this, man. Drake was coming with it on a few of the songs for Iceman. And I want to say this for the TikTok audience. I know I said this on YouTube, but I just need to repeat this for the TikTok audience because we just started streaming on TikTok. I said that Drake knew that he had to drop multiple albums for this, because some people were going to say, oh, well, I like Drake when he's rapping. And then some other people are going to say, like Kendrick said, I don't know if it was on Euphoria or one of the diss albums, where he said, I like Drake with the melodies. That's what he's going to say. You know what I mean? So Drake obviously dropped albums that we all want to hear. He said, oh, okay, I know that I have people out there that want to hear me rap, that like the old Drizzy Drake. So, okay, I got you. And then I also know that I got records for the women that want to dance and that want to dance up in the club. So I got you too. So it was like, and then he got the dance songs, he got the sex songs, and then he got the rap songs. That's what it is, man. And he went and he dropped all that. And he said, here, this is for you, this is for you, and this is for you. I'm going to drop an album for all of y'all. What are your thoughts so far of the album? Hold on. Let me see. Purple Swag says, what are the best songs? Because you ain't heard anything good. What do you mean by that, Purple Swag? You didn't like any of the songs on the album? Like I said, the other two albums, Habibi, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and Maid of Honor, those albums were all right to me. But you see, that album wasn't for me. He made Iceman for me. Iceman, he's rapping and he's spitting lyrics. I like where he talks about the battle, where he's like, oh yeah, what, I got a battle. But yeah. Justin Juan says, bro, who else is dropping 48 tracks in one night? Right? I feel you, man. Hey, Drake is, not only did he drop 48 tracks, but he also dropped videos too. And I don't know if that's the exact number. I'll have to go back and double check how many songs he actually dropped tonight. I mean, you know, I don't want to make my internet have to work too hard, but we could do a little math, right? Let's do a little math. Why not? So he got 18 tracks, it looks like, on Iceman. And then and didn't he do this before where he dropped like a couple of gigs too? He dropped like a couple of gigs of songs. I am Ziggy. Shout you out. Thank you for the comments, man. You said his voice is hella funny though. Okay. I mean, he's singing on some of the tracks. I can't be mad at it. Gregory says, listen to them in the car, windows rolled down, just vibe. Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think it's a vibe album. Hold on. Shout you out. Yeah, okay. So is that how many songs it is? Because we got 14 and then 11, I think it is. So 14. Yeah, you're right. 43. Okay, so 43 tracks, but still, that's a lot of tracks. Yo, man, I wish you guys could see this, what I have pulled up right here. I wish you guys could see this, but I have it pulled up on the YouTube, so like maybe you guys can go back and forth. You know, I want you to stay on the TikTok because TikTok shows it more when I have more people coming through. And make sure you guys see the likes coming through. I know it's already got over 1,000 likes on TikTok, and I'm very thankful for that, but still send some likes coming through if you guys can, because it helps get more people in here, even if you guys jump off, because we're going to have a real conversation about this hip hop album and what's going on. Thank you for the likes coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you. I love that. See, that's why I got to do TikTok too, because like I always say, man, you guys are active on here. Like YouTube and some others, it's like, man, I don't understand what goes on over here, man. What's up, YouTube? YouTube, are you there with me? Are you there? Come on, man. Let's get a few likes coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. It's what helps get the algorithm going. Just one. If you could explain exactly what you mean. I like the albums. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, I have no. Oh wow. I have no take on any of all of this. I like all the albums. Wait, Maid, Hook, Linsinko. Apologies if I'm not saying your name right. But you said that you believe that Maid of Honor is good and that Iceman is trash. Thank you for the share. I appreciate it. Get that share out there. Yo, let me ask you a question. When you say that the Maid of Honor is good and the Iceman is trash, are you saying that because you're a female? Because that's the only reason. Like, I think that album was made for women. Or you like hanging out with women. I'm looking at your profile picture right now. And you appear to be a dude. So maybe you just like that because it's about women. I mean, no, that one's about dancing. You're right. Maid of Honor is the one that's for the club. He got one that's for the club. He got one that's for the lyrics, for the rappers. And then he got one that's for the women. Like if you're chilling with the female. Maid of Honor, I'm glad because I made sure that before I went and I did this stream, I made sure to listen to all the albums. And you're right. I say that one album is for the rappers, another album is for the women, or if you're hanging out with girls and girls just want to chill out and lounge, that's for them. And then there's a third album, Maid of Honor, which is for the club. Drake is Adriano says Drake is for people who haven't heard any new albums all year until now. Okay. Yes, sir. Iceman sounds like he wrote it himself. All Drake music is made for women. Okay. I agree with that. Hook in Linsinko. Just one. Mark said 410, but some tracks you got to let marinate. Some bars hit you late. I agree with you, Just One. I mean, actually, I like the album. I have no problem with it. Thanks for the likes coming in. For ARC or RC, you could tell Iceman is the one that he put the most effort in. And that was a 410. Really? 4 out of 10? You gave Iceman 4 out of 10? Hold on. How is he trying to disrespect Michael Jackson? That's the part that I wanted to hear. Is it because he put the glove on? That's what we have to know, like right there. Is it because he put the glove on and y'all don't like that? If that's the case, then I understand that. I understand that. Okay? Like, let me see. Here. I'll take one at a time. Let's see what you have to say. Yo, are you there? Brian. Diego. I'm accepting you guys in the queue for you guys to speak on the album. I'm expecting you guys in the queue. Okay, here you go. Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. Ah, were you there? Could you hear? I was trying to put you on. I want to know what you guys think, man. Drake album, was it good or was it bad? Or should we say all three of the albums? Really, we're speaking on Iceman. And some people said that Iceman is... some people said, hey, yo, it's better than the Eddie Murphy album. Hilarious, man. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. I was trolling when I said that. Okay. It's better than the Shaq album. Shaq had a pretty good album, too, though, as a basketball player that was a rapper. A lot of people said that he had the best album as a basketball player who became a rapper or was rapping at the time of playing basketball. All right, yo, can we get some of the likes coming in on YouTube? I really appreciate it. Let's get the likes coming in on YouTube. Let's get a few more likes on TikTok. Let's get it up to 2,000. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are. If you guys are in America and say something real, let's hear what you got to say. Yo, go ahead. Yep, we hear you.
I listened to the whole album. I've listened to some of it with my brother because he loves Drake. And despite how I feel about Drake, I'm not gonna hold you. That shit, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
the only thing that's thrown me off is that I've seen videos of people saying that Drake was saying that this album would cement him as better than Michael Jackson.
Oh,
I could never agree with.
Yeah, I could never agree with that either. People actually said that. I haven't heard people say that yet, but there's actually some people out there that said that.
I've seen like 2 or 3 videos. I don't think it's like widespread at this point, but it's crazy that I saw it.
That's crazy. And where did you see this on? Was it on social media or something, or where did you see it?
Oh, yeah, it was on TikTok.
All
it's
right.
like the same crap where, like, you got people thinking that Taylor Swift had more of a cultural impact than Michael Jackson. You have Michael Jackson fans that haven't been born yet.
Right. Yeah, that's a crazy thing. No, I appreciate you saying that. It's good for us to know because, I think he's definitely riding the wave of the, Michael Jackson bandwagon right now for the movie that just came out, right? So, yeah, I agree with you on that. And then he's also got the glove. I was actually kind of surprised about that to see him with the glove. But, yeah, man, I mean, I think Iceman was cool. The other 2 albums were so-so for me. But I understand the other 2 albums that he did weren't really for someone like me. They were more for women and people that want to party,
Yeah.
Whereas he did his albums for the lyricists, for the clubs, and for that. But I understand they want to be compared to Michael Jackson. But it's interesting times where he dropped the album right when the movie came out, right?
Yeah. If you don't mind me saying real quick.
Yeah.
My brother had an interesting theory where he was telling me that Drake really supported The Weeknd when they were coming up because he thinks that The Weeknd, out of any modern artist, sounds the most like Michael Jackson, which I don't agree. I think Bruno Mars is closer. That's my own opinion.
I'm glad you brought that up. I think The Weeknd tries to sound like Michael Jackson. I think he tries to. Like, he tries to come off the way he sings, you know what I mean? The notes he hits. Yeah. But go on. Yeah.
So his theory was that because Drake bought I think some of Michael Jackson's unreleased songs.
Mm-hmm.
And so my brother thinks that some of those songs.
Wait, Prime 10 chick just commented and said she doesn't think The Weeknd sounds like Michael Jackson, but.
Oh no, neither do I. I agree with you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you're reading the comments. I'm looking at the comments, so I'll see you guys in the comments. I appreciate it.
No, my brother thinks that the song Blinding Lights, he thinks Michael Jackson wrote that song and that Drake bought the song and gave it to him.
Oh, okay. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that. I could see that.
Well, I can definitely see it too. It's just, considering everything that happened with Michael Jackson and where Drake was at the time of everything happening with Michael Jackson, I don't know how believable it is.
Okay, and wait, what exactly is it that you're saying? You're saying that it was a song that was possibly bought or something, or
It was a song that was possibly written by Michael Jackson that Drake bought out of his catalog and then gave it to him the weekend.
okay, this doesn't have to do with the song Scorpion, right? Or the one that was on Scorpion, because didn't Michael Jackson have a song on Scorpion? Or I'm sorry, Drake had a song featuring Michael Jackson?
He did, but this was back in what was it, 2020?
Something like that, I believe.
It was recently, so that's the part that throws me off the most.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well, so what's your thoughts though? Just to make sure that we're clear, and I appreciate the comments coming in. Let's see what some other people got to say. But what's your thoughts? Did you listen to all 3 of the Drake albums, or just one of them, or what were your thoughts?
I've listened to part of this most recent one and a few of the older ones, and there's a few songs that I like, but I think overall Drake isn't my personal taste in music.
Okay,
he's not a bad artist though.
Right.
He's a good artist.
What's your personal take? Like, where are you from, by the way? Where are you calling from?
New York.
Dope. I kind of got that. 5 boroughs: Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan.
I was born in Brooklyn. I live upstate though.
Word. I used to stay in Jersey. I know it's not New York, but I used to stay in Jersey, so I know what's up.
That's nasty.
No, I heard the New York accent though. But a lot of my favorite rappers are from New York. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of my favorite rappers. But yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you on that. So you said you listened to all 3 albums, or just 1 or 2 or 3?
I think just the one.
The Iceman?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my favorite one out of them all. I think that's the one, like somebody said in the comments, that's the one that he put the most work into. So, yeah, man. Nah. I appreciate your takes, man. You know, anything else you want to say before we get up out of here or anything? Or
No, that was pretty much it. I appreciate you listening.
yeah, man. Yeah. Hit up the channel if you can, man. We're going to do some more streams like this. We try to do it every day or every other day or so around this time, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we usually go on. So, yeah. I appreciate you, though, fam. Shawnee, right? Is that the name?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Stay tuned, and we'll try to get you back on again, you know?
Oh, bet, yeah.
Appreciate what you guys say. All right, for sure. Hopefully you connect with us. All right.
Yeah, you have a good one.
You too. Have a good one. All right, so I'm happy that we have some people that were jumping in and saying what they feel. That's what this whole show is about. You know, I like people coming in, talking about what they got to talk about. Oh, damn, we got P. Diddy up in the chat. P. Diddy. Albums were, thank you for the likes coming in. Man, we rocking on TikTok right now. Okay. I got to do more of the hip-hop stuff. Yo, shout out to Shawnee for the follow. Appreciate you, fam. Okay, the Dread one. Out of 43 songs, 43 was confirmed certified, but and got it perfect. I just don't want to curse because I don't want to get the live whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know if all 43 were trash. I liked what's it called? I liked the Iceman, but there was another one. There was another, the HABIBTI, and I gotta probably say I liked Maid of Honor a little bit more if I had to go between those two. Of course, out of all the 3, Iceman was the hottest one. I'm gonna get you guys in. I see some people that are jumping in the queue that want to jump in and speak. Let me just say this, man. I want to give you guys a few minutes. Say what it is that you got to say, because we definitely got to hear what people are saying all the way around. That's what this is all about, because that's what I would want to do. I would want to hear what other people are saying, man. Like, what do people think about this? Is this a time in hip hop where we need to pay attention? Is it a time in hip hop where we need to pay attention? That's for sure. So Let me play this real quick, and then I'm gonna get you guys in on the call in just a second. P. Diddy says Kendrick was right. Thank you for the likes coming in. Keep them coming in. I'm gonna get you guys on in just a second. Kendrick hype was artificial. Y'all just sheep. Huh. Man, I really would hope that some of y'all could explain what y'all mean in the comments. Because y'all are saying some craziness right now in the comments, man. What's up, YouTube? Where we at, man? Are we not doing it yet? Damn, we've been going on for like almost an hour on YouTube right now. But the TikTok is way more jumping. Leo, no, it need a reset. Hey, I like that. I like what you just said. If I said, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but I like what you said. You like Kendrick and you like Drake. Hey, I'm not mad at that, man. That's the way I feel too. I like Kendrick and I like Drake as well. You know? Let me see. All right. Yo, did you guys hear what I know we already played this on YouTube, but nah, I can't play that. I can't play it because we can't get a take from somebody who never went and listened to the album. If he never listened to the album, then there's no way that we should even listen to whatever his input is. Right? I mean, at least for me, you know that I went and I listened to the albums. I listened to the albums. I'm not going to do a take on the album if I did not listen to it. Hold on.
Capo got so many watches, he
I like this song right here. Thank you for the share.
Capo, nigga. I'm with nowhere like I'm Chris Kringle. Yo, baby mama ain't even post a single. Damn, where she at? Yeah, where she at? Yo, baby mama ain't even post a single. I'm off a quay, it made my body tingle. Look in the mirror, see what talking get you. You should be swimming with the fucking fishes. But I still got love for your missus and
Yo, that's one of my favorite Drake songs on the album, on the project, man. And I'm glad that he did a video to that. Oh, Nick the Executive says that was trash. Yo, okay. Tell me what y'all think, man. Tell me what y'all think. Hold on. I'm in some kind of weird contraption. I got to hop over some shit real quick to go grab something real quick. Wait. Keep listening. It gets midder. Yo, y'all got some good comments, man. Yo, I love it. I love it. Yo, y'all got some good comments, man. Dog, get a job, please. This is sad as F. Yo, man, do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is, man? It's like midnight on the East Coast. Am I supposed to be working at midnight? I mean, technically I am working. This is work, man. But even if I did have a job, like, can I be home at some point? Oh no, you're not at home. Get back on the slave plantation, slave. You slave, get back on the slave plantation. Is that what you want? You mad because I'm not on the slave plantation like you? Maybe you at work right now. He's like, damn, man, it's Friday night, midnight, and Drake just dropped, and I got to be at work, man. He's like, why aren't you at work? How come you're not at work like the rest of us? You know why? Because they not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. But it's all good, though, man. I'm feeling this Drake album, though. I'm feeling this Drake album. Oh, I want to make sure, man. He said that's a compliment. Okay. I hope, I don't know. Maybe I didn't read it correctly. Okay. Yo, we're about to get the video probably flagged on YouTube, but I'm going to play the song anyways for y'all. Hold on. Yo, you said I'm on nowhere like I'm a Chris Kringle.
I'm with nowhere like I'm Chris Kringle. Yo, baby mama ain't even post a single. Damn, where she at?
All right, here we gotta go back. I gotta go back to. Hold on for y'all. Hold on for a second, y'all.
I'm off a quay and make my body tingle. Look in the mirror, see what talking get you. You should be swimming with the fucking fishes. But I still got love for your missus and a sister. So
damn, where's she at? Exactly, Red G. Wow, I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised here. Hold on. I'm surprised. There's actually a lot of y'all out here who what? Where's she at? Hold on. Yo, there's actually a lot of y'all out here who hate this album or who are hating on this album. I can't believe it. Like, I would have thought that there's a lot of people out there that actually like this album that were like, yo, man, Drake is coming with it on this album. I'm actually surprised to see that there is actually, it seems like there's a bunch of people who actually hate this or are hating on this album. OVOJ says Drake is fire. Well, of course you said that because your name is OVO. Drake is a GOAT. You tripping. I never said nothing, man. I'm just saying. This is what other people are saying. Yo, OVO, Quan, OVO. I see the OVOs are starting to jump up in here. I see they about to jump up in here. Yo, let me ask y'all this. Are all three albums fire? Or is it only like one or two? Or like is the whole album an album that we can listen to from beginning to end? Because I will say this. I will say that I can listen to Iceman from beginning to end. But I cannot listen to HABIBTI, whatever it's called, and I'm just gonna call it Habib. I can't listen to the Habib and the Maid of Honor from beginning to end. Those are two albums that are a little difficult for me to listen to from beginning to end. But as far as everything, as Mid Patrol says, everything is a skip, bro. I don't really think so. MJ says Habib is 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10. I agree with you on that. Maybe a 6 or 7. It's 60-40. Bando MVP says Drake fell off. I don't agree with that. Okay. He's overrated. I don't think so. I don't think Drake is overrated. I think Drake is really that dope. I think he is. I think he's one of the dopest rappers. He's one of the dopest. Hold on. He's not overrated. I've been listening to Drake before he became famous. But I thank y'all for coming in here, man. Hopefully you guys hit up my my PayPal and my Cashapp beatGrade. I'm trying to raise like $100 so I could put out my beat tape. If you guys could help out with that, that would be great. Make sure you check me. It's all around beatGrade. What you see right here in the name, beatGrade, B-E-A-T, like a music beat, and grade like you graded paper in school, beatGrade, all one word. You can find me on PayPal, Cash App, all that. I appreciate all the donations. Even $1 helps, man. Even if it's just $1. Yo, you don't have to be scared. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to jump off. I'm not doing this for just the money. I'm not doing this for the money. A bunch of people start jumping off like, oh, he's asking for donations. He's asking for donations. We got to jump off now. Yo, man, I'm not doing this for the money, man. I've been doing this since the 90s, like before TikTok, man. Before TikTok. Shout out Jay. Thanks you for the live, man. Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate you. All right. Are we still on the YouTube? Because I feel like I might have to jump off the YouTube, but I'll keep the TikTok rolling. Now, let's get up to like 100 on YouTube first. We're almost at 100. TikTok algorithm moves so much faster. D Crit says, never liked Drake, but that's just you. I've liked Drake when he first came out. When Drake came out with the So Far Gone mixtape, where he was singing over the Kanye West beats and all that, I liked that Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was what was banging. You know, and he had so many tracks right there where he was singing and rapping, and then we all know about the Best I Ever Had. We were all talking about that the other day. You said Drake equals bad. I don't know about that. But we were all talking about the Best I Ever Had, man. Those songs that Drake was doing, genius, man. Genius. And I love all those songs. And that's what I got to say about this album, man. I feel like Drake has possibly brought it back to that. I feel like he's brought it back with this album. Dust is the best track. I like Dust. I went back and I listened to that today. Man, he's got a lot of good tracks on that. OVO Quan, thank you, man. Shout out for the follow. I appreciate you, fam. Thank you. I got some OVOs following me. That's dope, man, because, you know, I'm from Compton. So it's like, yo, man, that's dope. But, hey, yo, I like both rappers, man. I'm not biased just because I'm from L.A. I'm not biased because of that. But I like Kendrick. I love Kendrick, but, you know, I'm from L.A. So, you know, I'm a L.A. nigga repping Drake. You know what I'm saying? So just letting you know, man. But I've been bumping Drake before, like I said, like way before all this politics happening. DJ Izzer says that Kendrick just dropped. Is that confirmed? Before I go look that up in the chat, I want to make sure that that's confirmed. Is that confirmed? So, yo, are we doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing talking about this? Because, yeah, man, it seems like it's popping right now on TikTok. But on YouTube, I don't know what the heck is going on over here, man. I mean, it was popping over here yesterday on YouTube, but tonight, seems like they're a little confused over here on YouTube right now. People are a little confused. But let me see. What's your thoughts right now on TikTok? Well, thank you for some of the likes coming in on YouTube. What are your thoughts right now? Yeah, I agree with you. No, not L.D. Ortiz says Iceman, the only good album. I agree with you. Well, like I said, man, it's all about what you want. AJ says this album was so buns. I don't know if I agree with that. Iceman is butt music. I like Iceman. The other two albums were okay to me. And like I said, if I had to judge between the other two albums, I would probably choose which one was it? The one, I think it's like the cover with his mother. Is that like his mother on the cover when she was younger? That's the one that I would go with. I would go with the one that has Maid of Honor. That's the one that I liked. Maid of Honor. That one was dope. But I got to say, man, I hope you guys are following and liking, because I'm going to do more of these. And I see that I need to do more of these hip-hop takes so I can get TMZ back on the phone, because I had TMZ hit me. Yo, did y'all know, by the way, that I predicted back a few years ago that Kendrick had won the battle against Drake? And this was just when Kendrick, I think, had dropped Not Like Us. He had just put out Not Like Us. So people were still kind of on the fence with Not Like Us. They weren't like, oh, that's a hit. That's a hit. They were just like, yeah, it's okay. It's all right, but it's not really mixed great. But it's good. I remember some people were saying that, right? But I was like, yo, I think Kendrick won this battle. After Kendrick had dropped Not Like Us, I said this on TMZ, which is on my YouTube or TikTok. It should be here somewhere or whatever. You can look it up. Look up beatGrade TMZ. That's all you got to do. Just look up my name right here where you see beatGrade, BEATGRADE, and you can also send that Cashapp and PayPal, by the way. My goal is to raise at least $100 on this stream. I got to eat. But I'll say this. You can Google, search, or whatever search platform you prefer, search beatGrade TMZ. You will see my take, me, on television, where I basically say that Kendrick has won this battle. It is a wrap. And even academics, the number one Drake stan, have went on and said, oh, I think that there's a possibility that Drake is still winning this battle. I couldn't even believe it. I said, yo, man, that's how much of a Drake glazer you're going to be? You're going to be that much of a glazer to where you're going to go up and say that Drake is possibly still winning this battle after Kendrick dropped Not Like Us? I went up there and I said this, man. And this is why TMZ still ask me back to their TV show to this day, because I predicted the future. And I called it. So y'all got to give me some props for that, man. Like, hey, I know I'm not super famous yet, and I'm not really trying to be super famous, to be honest with you. I don't really care to be famous anymore. To be honest with you, at a time that we're in now, it's actually good to not be famous. That's the funny part. Like, those people out there that are trying to be famous, that's dumb. I'm not trying to be famous. I'm just doing this because I believe in it and it's real. You know what I'm saying? But if I happen to become famous off of this, like, oh, I'm on television now. Like, oh, TMZ put me on television asking me about politics at one point. And I did the episode because I was just like, oh, okay, I'm going to be on TV and I'm going to talk about my theories on politics. Long story short. But then they were like, oh, I look back at that episode and I was like, man, I should have never did that episode. But now it's out there, man. It's out there and it's on TV. But I said to myself, I said, yo, you know what? I should have never did some episodes on television. I should have just said, like, nah, I'm good. I'm not doing that. And I did do that. I started to, learn off of that I don't have to be on TV for everything. Just because they asked me to be on TV, I don't need to be on TV or the radio for everything. So I've reached that level now, y'all. So I want to let you know that these takes are going to be real and going to be on the truth. Let's get back to it, shall we? Let's get back to it, man. Where are we at here? Oh, yeah. Maul screaming like a little girl. Yeah! What a male groupie, man. What a male groupie. All right, I'll play this for those of you that didn't hear it on TikTok. It's so stupid. I don't even know if I want to play it, man. It's so dumb. But, like, I just want to play something real quick because I got to go grab something real quick. Yeah, keep your comments coming in. I'm going to try to read you guys' comments. I might jump off the YouTube in a minute, but I'll keep the stream going on TikTok for a minute because it looks like we're popping right now on TikTok. You guys want to talk about the Drake album, huh? Bro, this album is really bad. Digi Sai says. Okay, which album was really bad? Because did you know that Drake dropped 3 albums today? So which album was bad? I just want to make sure. Was it all 3 albums were bad? Or... Yeah. Yo, I love the comments. Yo, I gotta ask. That's all good. I understand. Do you guys hate Drake? Are you a Drake hater? Yo, Drake drops 3 surprise albums sparking catalog debate. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They're comparing him to Michael Jackson on Twitter now. It's going crazy now. It's like, do we really have to compare Michael Jackson? And I'm glad that other people have said this because I've already thought of the same thing. This album reminds me of what was it? What was it? The album that he dropped where it shows his face. What was it called? The third album. Nothing Was the Same. There we go. Now I remember. Nothing Was the Same. You know what I mean? He went back to like Nothing Was the Same. Diggs Psy, if I said your name right, you say yeah and no, but you hate the fact that he's the face of hip hop with ghostwriters. You know, I don't know if he's really the face of hip hop. Laura Lakey says Drake still making albums. Yeah, he just dropped 3 albums today. You can check that on Spotify and Apple Music. But Iceman, I believe, is the best one out of the 3. AJ, Nothing Was the Same was a good album. Yes, I agree with you. Thank you for the likes coming in. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I agree with you. Nothing Was the Same was a good rap album. DJ Hot Cold 7. Sexy Red on Cheetah Print. It's a no for me, bro. I agree with you, man. Yo, Sexy Red needs to stop rapping. Thank you for the likes coming in. Again, that was a whole point that I wanted to jump on too that I didn't even get a chance to even speak on. Is that Sexy Red on this album is trash. Laura LeQ, what does Drake have to talk about these days? Laura, I'm assuming that, girl, if you're saying that, and I understand your point, but if you're saying that, you obviously have not listened to the album yet. You need to listen to the album, Iceman at least. He's saying some things on there. Essence Glitter says Aries Spears. What is this, like a DJ Vlad thing? I know. What's up? What's up with Vlad? If anybody in the comment section knows Vlad, yo, holler at Vlad, man. Vlad should have had me on the show by now. Like, he puts all these fake hip hop personalities on that show, and he's paying them all this money. It's like, yo, man, give me $10,000 a month. I will speak on some realness. Yeah, Savvy Mech says gay. Okay. All right. Thank you for the likes coming in. I appreciate y'all. Dre Morillo, what up? DJ Hot Cold, at least have Glorilla or Lotto, Cardi B, Ducci, Sexy Red. Damn, not again. Yeah, I feel you. Well, he had some other female rappers on there too. I forgot their names. I'm not going to go look up their names, but there was one girl who sounded just like Ice Spice. Well, I was like, wait, is that Ice Spice? And then I went to go look it up, and then I was like, oh, it's actually not Ice Spice. It's her counterpart. But she sounded just like Ice Spice, which was really interesting. Let me play this for you guys real quick. Give me just a second while I hop over some things. I'll let you guys communicate amongst yourselves. And I'm going to jump in here. So what's the census? Why can't Drake drop bangers anymore? Tyler Harris says. Tyler, let me ask you a question. You don't think that none of the tracks on what's it called, Iceman, were bangers? I actually feel like there were bangers. I feel that he did drop bangers on Iceman. I mean, there's a couple of them at least, right? There's a couple. I don't know all the names of them right now off the top of my head. I'll go through it in a minute, but there's at least a couple. But you know, like even the song "What Did I Miss?" I didn't even really like that song at first when I first heard it. But then later on, as I listened to the whole album as a whole, I'm like, oh, okay. I get it now. I get where What Did I Miss come into. What Did I Miss comes into basically the rest of the album, and it makes perfect sense. I love it. Yo, man, I mean, there was a couple other songs that he had on here. I'm going through it right now on the Spotify. Let me just pull up real quick. Which one was it? Like, his little breakdown on What Did I Miss is so dope. Like, hold on. Let me make sure we're able to pull that up real quick. Let me just pull it up on my laptop. I also got my laptop right here, you know. He dropped a lot of albums, and then all of a sudden, because I'm going to play the song, we're going to get it flagged on YouTube. It doesn't happen on TikTok, which is good, but unfortunately it happens on YouTube. But I'm going to play the
highest
last
revenue generating hire you will ever make.
I'm not really getting that many hits on YouTube anyways right now, so I guess I got a little play. I'm going to get to 100 on YouTube. People that are liking, and then I'm about to sign off on YouTube, but I'll keep it going on TikTok a little bit longer because y'all are cool. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all on TikTok. Thank you for the support, man.
Yeah,
This part.
let's go. What did I miss? When I was looking at y'all and cooking with y'all and giving out verses and bookings to y'all, making sure wives were hit, man. What did I miss?
What did I miss? That one was cool. Don't Worry was cool. Can you?
We still up, it's bedtime on the west side. East side, west side, west side.
I like that part right there.
On the west side, on the best side. Come and have the best time on the best side. We still up, it's bedtime on the west side. East side, west side, west side, east side.
Yo, that shit's banging too. Oh, yo, LA's own DJ Twin. Yeah, man. You got to go listen to it, man. I don't agree that it's trash. I think that Iceman is dope. Yeah, well, you know, people are giving their thoughts, AJ. It's all good. I'm gonna say this. Hold on. Let me play. I know I shouldn't play this, but yeah, I'll probably have to play it real quick. Glasses Malone or some other people's take on the Drake album. I want to see what you guys think. Hopefully you guys can hear this though. So I'm assuming that everybody that's in this chat right now has already gone and listened to the Drake albums that he has dropped, right? This fool's trying to flex Michael Jackson Thriller on CD. I got Michael Jackson Thriller on vinyl, yo. Hold on. And I'll show that to you guys in a second because maybe I got to go grab that. I'm going to go grab that real quick. Hold on. You guys can hear the sound okay? You guys can hear the sound when I play some of the music? You guys can hear it all right? I want to make sure. Let's hear what these guys got to say. They got a pretty big following. NPR pod. I'm gonna play them. You might not be able to see it, but I'm gonna at least play it so you guys can hear it and tell me what you guys think of it. And I think you're right. I should be able to switch it over here to the YouTube as well, so they'll be able to hear it over here. Give me just a second, y'all.
Dropped 3 albums the same night. Drake shocked the music world by not only dropping Iceman, but 2 other albums. He dropped 3 albums, and what you guys just saw was one of our first reactions. If you want to catch all 3 live album reactions that we did with the community, all you have to do is hit the link in the pinned comment or an
All right, see if you can hear this. Let me know if you guys can hear this. I'll be right back.
I can't believe that he did this. This is innovative in the sense of I can't remember ever witnessing an artist of Drake's stature dropping 3 albums in one night. I think it's going to break records in terms of Billboard charts and whatever else. How surprised were you to see that news before we get into our first thoughts on these projects?
Honestly, there was rumblings of him dropping like this 40-song album that was supposed to be just Iceman before we hit midnight, right? Or before we got into episode 4, because that's where the big reveal came. And to me, it was like, well, that's a lot of music. 40 songs for one night. It's like, dude, how am I even going to go into that track list and enjoy everything? But I think, besides obviously like the commercial play and him possibly having now top 3 albums in the 200 chart, and then after that, maybe all these 40 songs that were released tonight hitting the Hot 100, the sequencing made sense, right? Because Drake caters to so many different fan bases. There's people like us that gravitate more towards his rapping performances, that want to see him drop another Nothing Was the Same. Like, we wanted to follow along the storyline of 2024, and we wanted to really get into that type of stuff. But then he also has other people that, you know, maybe just like to bump his shit in the clubs loosely, like to go on vacation and bump the Honestly Nevermind stuff. And I think it was a smart decision now going through these 3 albums that everything was separate. I think looking at all 3 albums, there's no fucking denying this. And if anyone in the comments tries to challenge this, I'm sorry, you're out of your fucking mind. Iceman is the best album that dropped tonight out of the 3, bro. And it's clear as day. Oh my God, bro.
It's the only listenable album that dropped out of the 3, if we're being honest. I'm left satisfied with Iceman. We can start there if you want.
Let's talk about Iceman. Let's start off on a super positive
This
note.
is the only out of the 3 albums that I see myself really revisiting, like after this whole cycle is over with and we do the content that we have to. Iceman gave fans everything they really asked for, in the sense of you got some hit attempts with that Bay Area West Coast sounding song on there, which was called Too Hard for the Radio. You ended up getting multiple fucking lyrical cuts. A lot of people wanted him to bar up. Not only do you get that on the run of songs of Make Them Cry, Make Them Pay, Make Them Remember, and Make Them Know, but also getting Drake rapping over a conductor, the Unfirm Friends, getting an anthemic banger that people were hyped for so long with National Treasures, for example, getting the Future reunion with Ran to Atlanta. Like, it felt like he did everything that people were asking for, and I don't think it's one of his best albums of his discography or anything, but I think it's pretty solid.
But it's a mission accomplished for Drake when it comes to Iceman. There's a lot of hype going into the studio album, and I think that he knew that he needed to complete this track list also with a certain cohesion, right? Because going into this album, bro, I wasn't down for the Glorious type of records. I wasn't down for the Meet Your Padres on this. Like, that was my one thing with previous studio albums from Drake. It's like, but we don't need that type of gimmick sort of records when it comes to Iceman, and that wasn't on the track list for me, and I was super happy with it. I want to start off with Make Them Cry, one of the deepest lyrical cuts from Drake that we've gotten this decade. You know, we send Drake his probably best wishes. You know, obviously Dennis Graham's going through some stuff right now, battling cancer. Like, he revealed that, bro. He got super deep and introspective about the current state of his life and where he's at with his mental health. Like, it was a lot of great writing and introspection from Drake on that in particular. Then you also get these crazy performances on something like Plot Twist, and that was a snippet that you and I really wanted to see on this track list. National Treasure comes out. It fucking bangs like we expected to. Not only that, but now that I'm listening back to What Did I Miss, and it makes this track list, it sounds great in the context of the album. So as a Drake fan that was anticipating this album and it being his comeback album, I'm like, bro, you know what? Mission accomplished tonight. Like you said, it's not a Nothing Was the Same, or, you know, it's not a Take Care, but I didn't expect that going into tonight. I just wanted to see effort from Drake on the studio album, and that's what I got. I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of records that I'm going to be going back to. I've been having fun dissecting them with you guys on the live stream on Patreon. It's been a good time with this album.
No, absolutely. I think that where Drake really strives here is airing out just like his personal thoughts, bro, and what he's been through over the course of the last couple of years. I feel like there's a lot of songs on here where Drake is even being self-referential, like referring to himself as Drake. And you could tell that a lot of these songs were written from the perspective of Aubrey, the human being, bro, rather than Drake himself. So some of his most personal cuts ever, like Firm Friends, for example, where, you know, he's rapping about just being true to himself, bro, and how sticking by guys like Noel and people that have been close to him since the jump has really helped him get over some of the biggest hurdles of his life. Apart from that, Dust was also a really underrated track that I think people are going to kind of let slide under the radar, even though it is one of the strongest cuts on here. I like the aggression on that song and just the confidence that's beaming out of it. That being said, this album could have been better, bro. We're not gonna pretend like it couldn't have been, right? You had songs like "Don't Worry" and "A Little Birdie" that don't really fit the vibe of this track list, especially when you have 18 songs here. Like, you could have easily put a song like "Don't Worry" on like "HABIBTI," for example, where it is more R&B leaning, and it would have just suited that better. So I still think he could have done a better job with just the sequencing and the curation of this thing. But for what it is, it's solid. Features delivered for the most part, I guess. 21 Savage. 21 Savage was sleepy as fuck on D's on the Table. Future had a really good second verse on that beat switch.
Molly Santana, she was great on that record as well. When it comes down to other moments that I really like from a production standpoint, like going into Make Them Cry, bro, that Manish production is fucking incredible, bro. That brings me back to prime Drake records. Or I believe, what was it on, bro? I think it's Make Them Remember, right? That's the Dirtwork production, if I'm not mistaken. Was that sample flip? I believe it is.
Hold on.
Regardless, that was fucking sick.
Also, the Overcast production on which one was that? That was one of the
Make Them
songs.
Pay. That was on Make Them Pay. Yeah, that was him and Sly Williams that ended up producing that. All in all, though, like I do feel like the production was banging, bro. I do enjoy it, and I'm satisfied, bro. As a Drake fan, like we're gonna get more into the album experience and how we feel about it in our official review. But he accomplished what he had to do tonight, and we'll see what he ends up doing, bro. With the chart
you
talk.
see me. Bees on the table. Bees on the table.
The main theme is.
Yo, I disagree with a lot of what they were saying right here. If you guys can hear this, man, I disagree. I think that this is probably the problem with putting out an album that has 3 albums. Now we got these people that think that they could just listen to an album in a matter of a few hours that it just dropped, right? Thank you for the shares coming in. And thank you for the likes coming in. We're going to talk about some realness real quick on some hip hop. Yo, man, I disagree with people saying, oh, well, he should have put this song on this album and he should have put that song on that album. No, man. He dropped the albums the way he dropped the albums. He could have just put everything on one album. And then people were going to say, well, I feel like it was missing this and I feel like it was missing that. But if you guys notice to what they said, key word, he said Drake gave us what we want. That was what it was, man. He gave us what we want. Yeah, Tyler Harris says, I would rather Drake drop one album, 14 tracks, all bangers. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Charlie, let's talk about Kendrick Lamar, less is more. Yeah. I'll say this, man. Drake could have put out one album, right? Yeah, he should have maybe did that, I think. One album, 20 tracks. He might have to do a little bit more than 14 because I see we got the Habib and then we got the Maid of Honor, right? The tracks on Iceman, I really have no complaints. I think all the tracks on there are dope. But let's just say he got to cut down Habib and he got to cut down the other one, right? I think that there's a possibility he could have did it to 20 tracks. Possibly maybe a few over 20, but let's just say 20 is a good number. Get it to 20 tracks, all bangers. But look at J. Cole. J. Cole dropped a double album. Drake dropped 3 albums at once. This is the era that we're in now. We're in a digital era where we could drop as many albums as we want. We could drop as many albums as we want now at once. We don't have to worry about fitting them all on a CD. So he probably was like, yo, I'm going to drop all 40 or 43 of these songs all at once. Maybe he had 50 that he thought were dope, but he cut it down. I'm not sure. Nitro Gill says the other 2 should have been mixtapes. Yeah, I agree with you on that. The other 2 possibly could have just been mixtapes because, yeah. somebody else just jumped in the comment section on YouTube. Finally, sorry, I'm just now seeing your comment, but you said I've joined or you've joined many listening parties, and you're sorry, you can't take this anymore. What do you mean exactly? You can't take it anymore? Like, do you mean that in a good way, or do you mean that in a bad way that you can't take it anymore? I want to make sure that I understand correctly. Greg, I see your comment, Greg. I want to make sure I understand you correctly of what you are saying. F.K. Clark says, Maid of Honor was a complete no-go for you. AJ says, Whisper My Name is the best song in your opinion. I liked Whisper. I have to go back and listen to it myself. But yeah, man, I mean, I think that this was kind of a dumb take that these guys said, where they were just like, oh, well, he should have put this song on that album, and I think it would have done better, or it would have made more sense because these were more R&B songs. Yo, Drake doesn't have to put all the R&B songs on one album. He's Drizzy Drake. Of course he's going to switch it up. Let's hear a little bit more of what they had to say while I take a sip of my wine.
Subject matter, right? Because the main theme is Drake being on his revenge tour and him going back to the 2024 events and the beef and how he felt about it. And you even saw it in the visuals of episode 4 where he's kind of like burning up this bot farm. And Kendrick is living in his mind rent-free for sure, in the sense of like almost every track, even a song like Ran to Atlanta, bro. Like that's literally directly referencing a line on All Like Us. You even had like Drake making reference to what is it, the braids, which is the line off Euphoria.
Yeah. So example, I'll make them remember. I'll read out the line for you. What is it? The braids. Even if I cut them, I can still never fade. I mean, it's Drizzy Drake. So those were the exact lines. And he also had other lines for him on Make Them Remember. That was a huge song when it came to just like referencing Kendrick.
I'm okay with him making reference to the event. It's just like, it would have been better if this was for 2024, the way that Kendrick did with GNX, where like it's still fresh, people haven't really moved on yet, but it is what it is. You wanted to wait to put out the solo album. In terms of the disses, some of them were creative, like some of the LeBron ones. Some of them just felt empty, like the ASAP Rocky, Rihanna disses that were on the album. So we'll get more into that into the review.
Even words for G.
Yo, are we not forgetting some of the video footage that we saw? I saw some video footage. I was watching some of the videos that Drake had done, and there's actually a scene where he's in a kung fu outfit. And I said, yo, did we forget Kendrick Lamar wears the kung fu outfit in DNA? Thank you for the likes coming in. Kendrick Lamar wears the kung fu outfit in DNA. Not to mention that we also call him Kung Fu Kenny. So Drake has a video. I forgot which video it is. I have to go back and rewatch it again. He just dropped them all like as we speak. He dropped like 10 videos, yo. Now that's something that's crazy. If we really think about it, that's something that's different. Is that Drake dropped like 10 videos in one day. I don't think any other rapper has really done that before. So I gotta kind of give Drake props on that. Oh wait, hold on, my bad. I'm supposed to show the glove. I gotta kind of give Drake props on that. I haven't seen too many rappers drop at least about 10 music videos on the same day. Do y'all know what I'm saying? Can y'all feel me on this? Take Care, a better album than Iceman. Yeah, I saw that comment. And you know what's funny is that I said the same thing yesterday. I think that Take Care is a better album than Iceman too, but that was also a different time. Tyler Harris, bro, it's marketing. The more people watch the videos and the stream the songs and the more money he's making. Iceman is fire, Bruce Leroy says. Shout out Bruce Leroy. I appreciate you, man. Hopefully you guys are liking and following because we're going to drop more of these and more, realness. Yeah, man. I mean, woo, man, you guys got me going, man. You guys got me going. I appreciate this. I appreciate this, man. Because you're right. This is like a therapy group for me. Like when I listen to new rap albums, it's like therapy for me. I got to think about it. I got to like really think about this, you know? So I'm glad that you guys are here to talk to me about this right now, man. And please make sure you guys support the channel and support everything. Because, I got to pay the rent. You know what I mean? And I don't want to, I'll be up on here all the time. And people say, like, as you saw in the comments earlier, hey, are you going to get a job? Hey, when you going to get a job? So this is my job. Biatch. This is my job. So hopefully you could help support the job. You know what I mean? Yo, Thankful. I'll try to play the cheetah print, but I don't know. I'm also streaming on a few other platforms, and they may give us the copyright if we play the music. So I'm not sure if I can play the music, but we got a couple people up in here that hate the Drake album too. I like Drake album, and the AI summary is trying to think that we're comparing it to Iceman and Take Care. No, not. We are not AI. TikTok's AI. We are actually comparing all three of the new Drake albums AI, artificial intelligence. We are debating between not Take Care. I'm sorry. I apologize. Not. We are debating between Iceman, what is it, HABIBTI, and Maid of Honor. Those are the three. Thank you for the likes coming in. And I agree with you. Carlo P. Iceman, no skips. I agree with you on that one, man. Hopefully you can give me a couple likes for that. Paid in Full Rico says that HABIBTI is fire. I don't know. I don't know if I really like those two like that. I did, but I didn't. I mean, I liked it. Like, I appreciated it, and I thought I thought they were dope projects, and I thought it was dope that Drake had put it out. But did I really feel that, like, oh, this is dope? Like, this is really dope compared to Iceman? Nah, I wasn't really feeling that way. Like you said, Iceman. Let me fix this. Iceman, I feel like has no skips. You're right. Iceman has no skips. HABIBTI or like HABIBTI. I feel like I'm talking to someone at 7-Eleven or something. My bad if I'm not saying it right. HABIBTI. Well, the T is silent, right? But HABIBTI, it was cool. I actually like the other one, Maid of Honor, better. My personal opinion, I like Maid of Honor better. Thank you for the likes coming in. Appreciate y'all. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So. Yo. This Drake album got me wanting to go smoke some. Is that okay with y'all? I probably shouldn't say that on the TikTok. I probably shouldn't say that. But I would assume that everybody on here are grown adults. We're all over 18. So, yeah. All right. Hold on, YouTube. Hold on. We're going to get to 100 first. Oh, they were being difficult today on YouTube. They were being difficult today. But I appreciate y'all on TikTok, man. Thank you guys. Thank you. Damn, we got people talking like Coke Shiesty says at closure, then why hasn't your music career taken off? Man, I didn't even know y'all was getting in like that. Y'all having that type of a battle? Y'all having that battle right now? Y'all talking trash up in the comments, huh? Yo, let me say this real quick. The rap industry only signs certain people that they decide that they want to let in or not. It doesn't necessarily mean that just because you're famous means that you're really putting out the best music, or vice versa. You could be really famous and not really putting out the best music, but because your work ethic is so dope that people just tend to like you, or they start to gravitate towards you. There's a lot of rappers like that, yo. There's a lot of rappers like that. And I don't need to get into all of that right now because that'll be a whole nother deep discussion. But there's a whole lot of rappers that are like that, man. But I want to tell you, I mean, there was a time where the industry would put up, you know, whatever you want to call it, blockers to stop people from getting in the industry, and to also push people that were in the industry. And it's interesting, speaking of which, that you make me think of this, because Drake, as we notice, is putting out this album, or these albums, shall I say, right? And let me just channel in here real quick. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm about to take you guys on a real level real quick. You probably ain't gonna hear too much of this from anywhere else because a lot of these podcasters out here are compromised. Thank you for the likes coming in. But I'm gonna tell you like this. Drake, remember, he's suing Universal. He was suing them, right? And filing a lawsuit against Kendrick Lamar, right? And so the whole interesting thing is that, and thank you for the likes. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. The whole part, though, and the whole concept is that, yo, you're suing the record company, but then you talking like this and that in a battle and this and that, or he says certain things on Iceman, which I'm like, okay, I get it. I get where he's coming from. But what is he suing the record industry for? He's suing the record industry because he says they infiltrated or influenced or enhanced, or whatever the word was that they used, to inflate. That's the word I'm looking for. Inflate. They inflated streams and bots and KDOT and bots, right? So you went and you sued the industry, but then after you sued the industry, you decided to drop this album and now take shots. Wait, hold on. There is something that's a little weird here. And I was saying to myself, I was like, yo, I hope Drake is not doing this. I hope he's not doing this. But there is a possibility that he could be doing this. But I hope he's not. I hope he's not doing this, man. Hold on. Hold on. I was gonna go. I was gonna go take my smoke break in a second, but I'm gonna jump on. Thank you for the likes coming in. I'm glad you guys are with me right here. I think you guys are feeling what I'm saying. Shout out TJ Chavez 817. If I said the name correctly, I appreciate the follow. Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, because I haven't been going on here live like I usually do, but I'm gonna start doing it more often because I think that's what it's all about. Like, we could post videos all day, especially on TikTok. Oh, we could post videos. We could post videos and try to go viral, right? But at the end of the day, the realness is those of us that can do a stream. A live stream. Like what I'm doing to y'all right now. A live stream. And not only am I doing live stream, but I'm speaking the real, yo. And I'm starting to perfect this. I'm starting to master this craft because there is a craft to live streaming. But I'm going to tell you right now, Kai Cenat and I Show Speed, that you see that what they're promoting, even though I do like what I Show Speed says or does on his streams, Kai Cenat, he ain't doing nothing. And I'm not trying to compete with them. But it's like, don't put these cats as hip-hop influencers because they did a stream and had a rapper come on their stream. Or whichever influencers or social media influencers are out there. Like, yo, man. Hey, yo. Don't forget some of us out here in the real hip-hop. So I appreciate all y'all watching and tuning in. Hopefully you guys can like the stream. Hopefully you guys can. And I don't give a fuck. No. Oh, excuse my French. But I don't give a F. A fuck. I don't care. Because in some ways. Because it's like, yo, y'all gonna hear me. I'm not gonna kiss nobody's ass up on here. Like, I gotta kiss your ass to try to become something, to try to become rich. Nah, man, we gonna get these millions on our own. And hopefully you can help me get to that. And you help me, I'm gonna help you. That's the way we do it, man. Because, hey, yo, Drake got millions. Kendrick got millions. So clearly y'all support what you like. If you like something, you're willing to spend $100 or more on a ticket. You're willing to spend $200 on a ticket to see this person in person. Do I got to do that? Probably not. Not in the beginning. Shockwaver Boy says, you're all over rolling on these comments. Yeah, I feel you too, man. Hold on. Oh, hold on. What are you guys talking about in the comments, man? Y'all talking about some crazy shit. I don't know how this happened. I got to go back and read these comments, man. Like, all the comments that you guys are saying right now on TikTok, I could go back and make like 5 fucking videos off of all the comments that you guys are saying right now. Thank you for the likes coming in. Let's get it to like 5,000 likes. Can you guys hear me okay? I just want to make sure. Can you hear me okay? And can we get it to 5,000 likes? Ugh. Yo, I'm gonna go, yeah, man, F this, man. I'm gonna go take my smoke break real quick. I'm gonna be right back. But we got the Drake right here, man. We got the Drake right here showing the Daniel Hernandez, you said that shit was buns. Which one? Which album? All three? Or was it just one of the albums? Was it all three or was it just one of them? All right, hold on. I'll bring it back.
J. Cole on this album.
Words for
as well.
Hove also.
Yeah, words for Rick
There's
Ross.
a long list of
There's
people on
a
the
huge
target
laundry
list.
list. We're
Yeah.
gonna get more into when it comes down to the content matter of the album.
But overall, I mean, listen, am I overly impressed? Not really. Solid Drake album, though.
Solid Drake album. Really solid. But yeah, let's get into the other two now. Bro.
He's lost his ear for melody, bro. I think that's the biggest thing that I can say. He just completely lost it. He's lost the ability to know when his vocals actually sound good or not. Like, bro, I can't think of a song where his vocals are actually just raw. Like, he has such a good singing voice, bro. And it was similar criticisms that we had with some sexy songs for you, where it's like, yo, you're just drowning in auto-tune for no reason. And like, he tried to play a lot with different vocal effects on these albums, pitching his tone a bit down or trying out these new voices that are sometimes higher pitched. And it was a disaster, bro. From a vocal performance standpoint, super lazy, unenthused. And again, there was never a hook that I heard where I'm like, yo, this is actually really catchy. Like, I could hear this on the radio, and that's weird. For two Drake albums, to not have a single one of those moments, like, that was another big topic of conversation with Drake's comeback is like, yo, he's going to have #1 hits. He's going to dominate the clubs. I'm not saying none of these songs are going to have any steam or, like, any TikTok appeal, but I don't see any potential for a #1 hit song on those two albums. Do you?
No. No. And when I'm getting songs like Cheetah Print with Sexy Red, bro, on Maid of Honor, where I'm
That
getting
Peggy Goo flip was embarrassing,
bro, that's
bro.
embarrassing, bro. Or like the left side, right
Cha-cha
side.
slide shit. Oh my goodness.
That's garbage, bro. Or I'm spent with low shimmy and there's these weird ad-libs in back. Like, you guys can go back to the live album reaction. I'm sorry, bro. Whoever defends these track lists, like, it's time to call it a day. There's genuinely nothing that's salvageable from any of this. The only thing that I think I could take out of this, bro, is Slap the City with Quinn Dresser. That is the only song that I think, like, is playable to a certain extent, and it's because of her features.
Yeah, and it's because it gives you that like nostalgic '90s R&B sort
But
of
even
vibe.
something
that
like
Drake-
Sexy Red's feature on her not there. Like, what do you want me to go into when she's practically whispering into the microphone and it just feels awkward? Like, the writing is cheesy too, bro. The
writing
is atrocious, bro.
It's terrible. Stuff like on High Fives. I'm drinking White Peach Bellini. They so pressed about the beef. It's panini. Like, why do you need to even mention the beef on a song like this, bro? Like, you're not even rapping on this song. Why did you have to bring that up? Also,
what's the song, bro? We gotta do it. We gotta go.
I gotta find it because that one really, like, that one stunned me. Is it on Classic?
No, it's not on Classic.
Maybe it's
No,
on Her Not There.
No, absolutely
Not
not.
there either.
Anyways, there was a song on the record, like, bro, like, there was just like Terry Fox bars. There was him like running out of soda and having to go to like the gas station to go pick up his shit. Like, bro, like, I was just like flabbergasted.
Oh, I think that's on Maid of Honor probably.
Is it on Maid of Honor?
Yeah, it's probably on Maid of Honor.
No, it's not. No. I'm sure it's not.
No?
Do any of you guys remember on what album that's on? No one?
It is on Maid of Honor, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
What song is that? Road Trips?
Maybe Road Trip, let's see. Anyways, you guys get the gist of it. We'll probably put it on screen, but yeah.
We'll talk about more in depth when it comes to the reviews, but yeah.
That's what it was. I'm on my last leg like I'm Terry Fox. It was something like that. But you guys think I'm on my last leg like Terry Fox. Really bad.
Yeah, it was interesting. I don't know, bro. If you guys could genuinely make a debate, without saying, you guys don't get girls or like go touch grass, like make a real musical argument for some of these records, bro.
I'd love to hear the defense for these two albums. I think these are, without a doubt, if you're like an unbiased Drake fan, and listen, we wanted this fucking album to be great. We came to Toronto to do this reaction. You guys see the fucking backgrounds. Like, there was a real effort for us to make this the best experience possible content-wise, and even as fans, like, we really wanted this to be good, but there's no way as an unbiased Drake fan that you can't say that these are his worst two solo albums.
Yeah.
Like,
it's without a doubt. And honestly, bro, I'm happy that they were separated from Iceman. Because if these songs started to bleed into that track list, I would have been extremely pissed. Like, that would have been trip ruin for me to a certain extent. And as long as Iceman was a good listen and I was satisfied with that track list, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with tonight. I don't give a fuck about the two albums, bro. We'll review them. We'll do the content behind them. Like, I'll give you guys all the explanations over the weekend. I don't care. When it comes down to Iceman, though, as long as I'm satisfied with that album, I'm left here happy.
Don't you find it sad though that it's like he clearly has gone in the direction of like quantity over quality?
I don't know what the play was with that, but I think in the sense of like he knew that he was going to drop a fuckload of records tonight, and that a lot of them were probably going to feel unfinished, or they were just going to be loosies, and Gordo's happy he got 10 of them. At least they're on different track lists. I could go into Iceman, I could go listen to that album, and I'll have a fun experience, and I'll be able to actually listen to that album in depth. Bro. There's a lot of great fucking records on that album, like some serious fucking Drake records on that album. And I don't have to have the pain of like having to listen to, for example, something like Make Them Cry, and then I have to go into a Her Not There with Sexy Red. Like that is not the case with Iceman, and that was one of my biggest complaints with something like For All the Dogs. You're going from a super high blow like an 8 AM in Charlotte, and then bang bro, you're going to like a fucking Gentry or something. Like I never understood that approach with the studio albums, and that was not the case with Iceman tonight. As long as that is not touched, I'm fine, bro. Also, you guys can have your other 2 albums, bro. I'm chilling.
Also, I feel like a big narrative I saw was like, yo, he pulled a Frank Ocean, like he dropped the 3 albums so that he can get out of the deal, but like the way the album is broken down in terms of like who it was released from, it's the same on all 3. It's under OVO primarily, under exclusive license Republic Records.
Yeah, I guess more information about the way that this deal structure is working.
That being said, what I'm trying to get at though is that I don't think that this has to do with any like record label finesse. I think this is Drake wanting to do the most he could to secure hits, have the narrative that he's back no matter what. What better way to do it than pump out 41 songs where, again, you're over-focusing on crowd.
He was wrong about that. It was 43 songs.
One track list that's...
I think we both, or all of us, had confirmed that it was actually 43 songs. 43 songs. Yo, we're back. We're back right here. I know. You guys didn't want to hear that. We had to let some of it play. And you're right. I agree with you. Some people had jumped off because they weren't talking about nothing. Like, at the end of the day, when you listen to the breakdown of these guys, and I'm glad that they didn't get the list for Complex. Like, I don't know. Were they on the list for Complex?
Serves everybody, but 3 different albums. One for the R&B vibes, one for like the international sounds slash.
All right, I'm not gonna torture you guys with that no more. But were they on the Complex? And it was actually 43 songs that Drake had, so they were wrong about that. You know, I've started learning something too, that you can't listen to everybody who's online, even if they act like they know what's up. You can't listen to everybody online because a lot of them lie, or they say things that they're not really sure or 100% of what they're saying. So, you know, we all have to like take that into consideration. I don't want to see the top 10. I want to see... This is ridiculous, man. Yo. Let me play Maul screaming like a little girl to Drake, and that's gonna get me going on some stuff again. Let me play that. Yeah! Yeah! A grown man. Grown man screaming to another grown man. Pimping ain't free, says Drake needs to retire. It's embarrassing to drop another mid album. When you guys say that he dropped a mid album, can you please explain to me what you mean? Because I don't see how Drake dropped a mid album. And even if he did drop a mid album, which album are you talking about is the mid album? Because if we all go back and do our research, we will understand that Drake actually dropped 3 albums. He didn't just drop 1 album. So that's the funny part, is that a lot of people out there will say, oh, Drake, his album was mid. His album was mid. And I understand not everybody's going to like Drake. Make sure you guys can hear me okay. Hold on. Let me make sure you guys can hear me okay. I understand not everybody's going to like Drake. But it's like, yo, can you please tell me which album was mid? Was it the Iceman? Was it the HABIBTI? Whatever it's called? Or was it the Maid of Honor? Which all albums sounded pretty dope to me. But I understand each album is for a different occasion. He didn't just put all the albums out just for like one genre. Each album is for a different genre and a different culture of people. I completely understand it, man. It makes perfect sense. And I respect that. I respect that. But there's some people out here who haven't even listened to the album that are just like, whatever. But I refuse to believe that a lot of you on TikTok are like, yo, F Drake and F this and I don't like Drake. Like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I think there's a lot of Drake fans on TikTok because I see the videos that y'all post. I watch the videos that y'all post. I'm actually one of those that watch the videos. Okay? I watch the videos that y'all post, and y'all post a lot of videos of Drake. So y'all say like, oh, I don't like Drake. Oh, Drake is whack. Drake is whatever. But it's like, well, y'all posting videos of Drake. Just like we know right now that he's going to get posted right now. Drake is going to get posted right now to a bunch of videos on social media. It's about to happen right now. Yo, so you're talking about my wall. I'm glad I read the comments. Buddy has Jay-Z and Dr. Dre. Yeah, you're right. I got Dr. Dre right there, the Chronic. Jay-Z, the Blueprint. Don't forget about Eric B and Rakim. Right there. Don't forget about that. And then some people notice Juice. But can we also say the Wu-Tang Clan? Don't forget about the Wu. And Nas. Or should I go this way? Nas, Illmatic. Yo, one of the... Yo. Can we all admit that these are like the best albums of all time?